Greetings and salutations. I think that's going to be my new intro from one of my favorite movies. If you know the movie, let me know in the comments. Hi, this is Rachelle at Scrapcraftastic, and I am going to be working on a setup. I always have these bright ideas about what I can do with planners, usually things that I already have on my shelf. And at the beginning of the year, I had a body book. I did away with it, and now I'm missing it because I don't want to write health and fitness information in my regular everyday planner. Of course, it doesn't go in my work planner. My daily planner, I could do that, but I feel like it's going to get lost with all the other to-do lists and to-buy lists and resources that I have in that planner. So I've been thinking about this for a while to either do a classic half sheet or traveler's notebook. Since I'm already doing discs for my work planner, I felt like, well, let's try a traveler's notebook and see how it goes. Then I had the debate with myself. Do I want to just order some inserts, some notebooks? Do I want to order something from the traveler's company that's already dated? And I decided against it because the Traveler's Company inserts, or refills is what they call them, are set up kind of like the Hobonichi Weeks. And even though I use that format occasionally in my everyday planner, it is not something that I think I would like on a regular basis. The space is just too narrow. I don't mind a regular horizontal week on 2 pages, but the week on 1 page, I think that's just for certain times, not every week. So, and again, I'm not sure that I actually need dated inserts. So this is where I'm at with this. Last night I printed out the April insert that is available to Scrapcraftastic patron elites. The May insert is already available, so go ahead and grab yours if you haven't already. And I just wrote down a few things, made a few notes. I did a poor job in stapling this or saddle stitching this together. I didn't use a cardstock cover. I just used the regular, probably 24, 28 or 30. I don't think this is 32 pound. It's 24 or 28 pound paper. And this is what it came out to. I do have a long arm stapler. I have videos showing how to staple something like this without the long arm stapler, but I did use the stapler to bind this. So this cover was made by MLG & Co. They have since rebranded. I'll put their information on the screen and in the description box below, but I've had this for a while. This is their Raven Leather standard size traveler's notebook. So yeah, I took everything out. There's their branding, and I'm going to make myself some inserts. Instead of buying inserts, I'm just going to make them. So I feel like I'm not sure that I want to do these monthly inserts like this because I kind of want to keep everything together. And we have several more months in the year to go. And I only have 4 elastics. So I don't know how that's going to work. I've been kind of racking my brain trying to figure out a way to put the different inserts together, the monthly inserts together, to combine them somehow. The only thing that I've come up with so far is that I could adhere the front of May to the back of April, and I'm not really sure I want to get into that. So I'm going to see how it goes for the rest of this month with this insert to see if I even really need it. And then I'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this one in here, even though it does not have anything like a cardstock cover, anything heavy around it. Maybe I'll get one of my old dashboards and use that for it. So that's a start. Then I decided that after looking, I want to keep this pen with it too, because I like the way this pen writes with it. So this is the Pilot Precise V5 retractable. So I like that. I guess I'm going to have to figure out a pen loop situation for it. But for now, let's set that aside. Okay, so in the past, I have done this several different ways. I'm going to try another different way to bind these. Hopefully it will be a little more simple and precise. And I'm using the cardstock that I picked up from Walmart. I want to make my own craft notebooks. So I'm going to need 3 of these. And then I've printed 30 sheets of dot grid double-sided. And the dot grid pattern that I use is a pattern that I created. I used to have it available in the shop. I'm not sure if it's there, but if it's not, let me know. If you're interested, I think I do have a bundle, a journal lovers bundle of different dot grids, grid paper, line paper, different versions of all of those. I'll link to that in the description box below. Okay, so in my mind, this is gonna work. In reality, I'm not sure. What I'm gonna do is take my scoreboard. You don't have to use a scoreboard. I just use it because I have it. And I'm going to score these in the center. Now this kind of causes waste because of the offcuts. However, either way I go, I'm going to have offcuts unless I'm doing a half letter size. So I'm going to use my stylus and score this in the center at 5.5 because it's 11 in width. So 5.5 will be the center. Ooh, can't drive straight. And then one more. Okay, so I think we're done with that. So I'm not going to fold them yet. With the valley side up, I am going to place each one on a stack of these papers. Now I've already divided them into 10 sheet stacks. So it's just a matter of putting the cover over the stack. And then I need to clip them together. Let's see. So one on the top, one on the bottom. Make sure everything is lined up. And then okay, so we got 3 notebooks, or the beginnings of notebooks, set and ready to go. Now this was the least expensive long arm stapler. I got this years ago, and there is a better one that I would like to get, but for now I'm going to make what I have work. It does have a guide and a ruler on it so that you can measure where you want to put your staple. I also had some templates so that you could measure where you want your staples to go and not have to guess at it. Because I like consistency, this is not a necessary step, but I am going to do it so that I can try and make sure that my staples are in the same place. So I'm just going to measure about 1.5 inches in on both ends of this and just mark it. So 1.5 inches from the edge, from the top, from the bottom. So now we got our little tick marks as guides. Now I am going to, now I haven't folded any of this paper and I hope this is going to work. Let's try one and see what happens. So I'm just going to line this up and I'm going to line up my tick mark with where I kind of think I need to move this up a hair. I think that's good. Okay, so I'm going to line this up with my tick mark and the line. Make sure that this is flush against the guide and staple. Okay, let's do that. This one, just going to turn it around. And this one is a little different. No, it wasn't. Okay. Staple. I think that's pretty good. Okay. So we're all stapled. I just want to press those down, make sure they're down good. And set this aside. Okay, now I didn't really think this through very well because of the way I position the staples. I am going to have to cut some off of the top and the bottom because standard size is 8.25 by 4.33 or 4.33 by 8.25. This paper is 8.5. I could leave it 8.5. But I doubt I will. I do have a heavy duty paper trimmer, so I could take all of these off and cut 1/8 of an inch off of each side. I'm not sure I want to even get into that. But let's take the paper clips off because everything is now attached. And I can just fold the pages over. I don't know if I need to do them one by one or how that's going to work. Like this feels like it's crooked. Let's see if we can just fold the whole book over and use the line that we scored. I think I can get away with doing that. Yeah. Excellent. I'm glad that worked. Okay. So, and then I can take my bone folder and try to reinforce that fold a little bit. Yes, that works so much better. Okay, because I am going to have to cut some off of this edge. And it's better just to go ahead and staple everything together and then trim. I think that's going to work better. Let's see. Okay. I'm not crazy about how the cardstock folded on this one. It may be because I didn't score it as well. Let's see if I can get this one to fold better. Yeah, I think that one just probably wasn't scored as well. So that's what's going on there. All right. Yep. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take these to my heavy duty paper trimmer and trim them down to as close to 4.33 as I can get and decide on if I need to trim the top and bottom, and then I'll be back. All right, so here we go. They're cut nice and neat. I'm quite happy with the way they turned out. In the future, I think this is the way that I will cut them or put my inserts together. I think this would work for dated inserts too. I'll have to try it and see, but as long as I know where to cut and put my staples in accordingly, I think it will be fine. So I want to make labels for these as well. I think I want to put journal on one. Should I call it body book? I think I will. So journal, body book, and maybe lists. So journal, body book, lists. Now, how do I want to make my labels? And do I want to do like a title page? I only have 10 sheets in each book. The reason I did that is because my staples go up to about 10 pages. So yeah, maybe if I can get a stapler, some longer staples, I could do a bigger book, or I could always stitch, but I really don't want to have to stitch my traveler's notebook inserts. Okay, so maybe I can use these labels that I picked up from Dollar Tree. So basically this is kind of like a budget friendly project because, oh, these are glossy. Oh, yuck. I did not know that. I wonder if I can stamp on those. Or should I even try? And it says removable. What should I do? Maybe I'll just use a Sharpie. Let's take off my ring because I feel like I can write better without it on. That looks junky. Oops. Not giving myself enough room. I messed that up. I might do that one over. Okay. So those are the hand-drawn ones. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about those. Let's also stamp some and see what they look like. I probably need stays on ink for this, because I don't think the archival ink will work. Alrighty, so I pulled out my clickable stamps, alpha stamps. I have alpha and numbers, and I kind of have a bit of a mess here, but I've already put together the word journal. So and I haven't ever used these. I think these are the ones that I got from Michael's. So I have some from Michael's, some from Hobby Lobby, and I think I got some on Amazon. So this is not one set. This is like 3 or 4, maybe 5 different sets. So journal, and let's see. Maybe I can do body book because this one does have multiples. Nope, that's not the right font. Yeah, I'm gonna need the O, and I'm not gonna be able to do body book all at one time. That one's gonna be the tricky one. Let's try this. Let's start with journal. get something to test stamp on since I haven't ever used these. Yep. Those are really nice. Ooh, fancy. All right, let's see how it goes. Oh, that came out really nice. Okay, let's try lists. See if I can get a perfect impression. And I know I could put some foam or something underneath, but I think I threw my piece that I had away. Yeah. So the S is just acting up. Okay, let's stamp this off. And then the last one is body book. So I think I'm going to stack this or kind of stagger them. That way I don't have to worry about it being perfectly straight, because there's no way I'm going to get it perfectly straight. Okay, so we got body. And then let's stamp that off. Then I need book. So I need this O from journal. And then see how they just click together like that. And then you can see your word. Okay. Do a test. Okay. So I don't think I like those the best. I think I prefer these. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this back on, put that back on, and I'll put that up in a moment. So let's go ahead and put these on. I don't know, maybe I can use those somewhere else. Let's make sure that's good and dry, that it's not going to smear. And put on the label, even though it's glossy and yuck. And it is removable. I'll deal with these for now. Let's do this. Let's line this up this way so I can kind of get them in the same place. And then body book. Okay, ooh. All right, so those are done. I'm not sure I'm crazy about how I did body book, but I may end up decorating on these a little bit more. But that's it for now. I think I've kept you long enough. Let's go ahead and pop these in. I'm going to put body book in the front. Oops. Then you'll have journal next. be last. And I hope I'm doing this the right direction. Yeah, I am. Okay. Oop, I didn't open to the center. Let's find the center. So open to the center, then slide it under the elastic. For any newbies that aren't sure about how traveler's notebooks work. Okay, so I like that it's not overly bulky because I did have this really full and I just didn't like that. So here we go. We got the body book, April, the journal, and lists. Turned out really, really cute, I think. All right. So that is it for this video. What did we do? I did a really simple, regular or standard size traveler's notebook setup. Made 3 dot grid inserts, trimmed them, and added labels. So that is it. This is what it looks like. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and you may also be interested in this other video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.